Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and welcome all to my so-called web series, uh, the first web series of this new year 2026. And here, basically, I'm going to what you call that. Uh, I'm going to present on how to create a publication that quality figures with high quality figures that suitable for general publication. So basically, my name is Muhammad Syarumin Ismail. I'm from Faculty of Mechanical Engineering, University Technology Mara. So I proceed. Firstly, I think this is one of the most important thing for us to know when we are preparing our our writing, our manuscript for a journal publication to be published as an article. I believe we're supposed to come out with a very good figures. So this is some of example of my work where somehow I managed to show and managed to establish a kind of, I think, scientific sort of compliance sort of figures. Yeah, is a very first thing is very understandable for all range of understanding. It's a public sort of understandable. And then you can see it's a very clear way on how we're going to convey and deliver our finding or result to the public, more or less. So this is one of the few examples. And for sure, I think one of the most important is, if me myself, I do things in PowerPoint, where somehow it easily for me to do sort of annotations, annotation, wording, and so on and so forth. So as old proverb would say, figure is more better than thousand words of explanation. The way we describe is better using figures instead of a thousand of words in to describe things. So I bet figures is one of the most important for us, to master and to have the intention of making it better, in the sense of we we have the motivation on understanding to make the public to understand on what we are trying to show, and it easily to be published in high impact publication publisher. So today, I'm going to demonstrate on how I managed to what you call that, come up with these figures. Basically, this figure I come up with Excel. I plot it using Excel. Yeah. However, these annotations is based on what you call that, PowerPoint. Yeah. So I show you. I demonstrate to you somehow. Okay. Uh, Let me show you my Excel file. So this is my Excel file. Okay. I believe all of you can see my Excel file. Basically, I got two set of data. In order to show on how the for this case is a spherical shell is been subjected to external pressure. One is made by this D5 is made by mild steel. Okay, so it's supposed to behave isotropically. It's a elastic plastic kind of failure. And this H3C is basically a hybrid structure. Okay, eventually it's a mild steel, and we kind of like reinforce it with the CFRP, and we reinforce it at the certain section of the structure. So eventually we managed to run it, via finite element analysis, and we managed to get the load and displacement of the structure lah, on how does it behave under the entire loading event. Yeah. So uh, basically you can see I managed to plot this one, a solid, if we can see, is a solid line where this is represent a hybrid structure, hybrid sample, more or less. So of course this one we plot the data using this one. Actually, I go by this one, a scattered smooth line lah. This one is scattered smooth line. Okay. So the idea is the on how the material behave is going to be plotted as a scattered smooth line. And since I want to show the maximum of the load that the structure can endure, and maybe the post what you call that, post peak of load that the structure can endure, I plot it using what you call it, scattered lah. This one scattered. So by doing so, I got at least 4 points that I kind of like interest to describe to be more details, and there will be a photo follow up after, basically a figure of how the structure going to fail. Okay, so here is already labeled, H3C is a solid line, D5 is a dash line. So I know it's quite challenging and limited for us to do some sort of annotation, and those annotation work. I call it rendering process, where I'm going to plot. I'm going to plot, or maybe I'm going to annotate the whole points here, just to show on how this thing behave, and it going to be much more easier by doing that. So during write up, is very clear for me to explain or describe the phenomenon of the structure behaving. So for this case, first of all, in order to get a better and quality figure to be published, I suggest for this figure, you go to format and you go to shape outline, and you create no outline. So eventually, when you paste it in PowerPoint, there won't be any outline here. There won't be any line here. So once you manage to establish this plot of your finding, in order for you to do a so-called annotation work, I would suggest you go to what you call it, PowerPoint. In order to do so, what you need to do is just click here, go to the home tab, home tab. You click your figure, you go to home tab, and then here under the scissor label icon, you go down, and then you go copy, and then you copy as picture. We don't want to bring the whole data, so eventually when you change it change accordingly. We're going to copy the figure as a what, as a picture. So you click OK. So then it's already okay lah. All right. So once you click OK, afterward you're going to paste it in PowerPoint file. Okay, I have this kind of what you call that? This kind of sample, of these figures. So I'm going to show you on how I do it. Okay. So this is my PowerPoint. Okay. I click my PowerPoint. I share to you my PowerPoint file. All right. So here is the PowerPoint lah. So you paste your figure, from the Excel to this PowerPoint, and then from there you don't need to drag. Some people they love to drag here and there, right? So to me it's not good lah to drag. Instead of we go to picture format and we stated whatever sizing that we want. So it's going to be more better lah. You got a very good equal distance, then it's much more better lah afterward. And then what you need to do, before this, from the Excel, I just got these two solid two lines and plot lah, this circle plot and square plot here. So in order to annotate, you go to insert, you go to text box. So then you put lah, this one is P3, something like that. Okay. Indeed, when you get this thing done, it's going to be more better lah. However, you need to group this whole thing first. Like this. You go group. You want to group this whole thing. Why? When you grouping, so it become a photo. You go you go to the right click and save as picture. Then you save lah at your desktop ke apa ke, and so you got picture one, right? So if you want to see on how the end product, you can see where's the picture one. Here is picture one. So this is picture one. So you got better, what you call that? You got better quality sort of figures and better ni lah. And in fact, in order to able to publish in high quality journal, at one point the editor will kind of like zoom in, your figure either, and the main interesting part is they want to see either it what you call that, is it turns out blur or dia pecah ke whatever ke, something like that. So if you go zoom by 100% and it's still okay, no blurring, means that your what you call that, your figure is okay lah. It's kind of like high quality figure lah, something like that. So this is my sharing session on how I publish figures, and on how I plot figure for high end publication. Indeed, let me show you the follow-up of the figure in this Excel file, in the PowerPoint file. Okay. So this is one of my PowerPoint file. Okay, as I demonstrated earlier, and then this is the follow-up, and everything is done using PowerPoint. So you just need to rearrange according to what you to your interest lah, or less. So this is one of my my way or technique or approach on how to produce a kind of like better figure and high-end quality figure representation lah, to support your finding or your scientific finding. So this is one of the figure lah. Okay, so I think that's all from me. thank you so much. So I end my sharing session now. So thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Thank you.